And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is Intalksication, episode 12. Restarting after some technical difficulties.
Sorry about that. We did that. We had like 10 minutes recorded, and I fucked it up. My bad.
It's all good, bud. I'm your host, as always, Fat Doug, and with me,
Lunchbox.
And we did a drink of the podcast. It's called the Tango Unchained. It is a Belgian dark ale with cherries aged in oak wood. It's very bitter. It's very expensive, and I've already drinking it all because I thought we went further. We did not. So the intoxication is real. And I'll tell you this right now. Not worth $15, but worth the sipple.
But again, we did this the first time around. Shout out to Red Wine and Brew.
Yeah, great fucking store. It's going to cost you money. They have to import all that beer. They have to.
But you get beer and wine from everywhere.
Yeah, it's all over the world. That's why we really enjoy the store, and it really helps with the show. And it's just something different that we can give you guys to fucking,
locations in Chesterland and Menor, Ohio.
Yeah, we're gonna shout them out. They're never gonna listen to us, but
they're huge. It's a huge place. You can get lost, seriously.
Oh yeah, dude. You could just sit there for like hours trying to figure out what beer you're gonna buy.
Yeah,
and they have beers ranging from $1 to like $40 a bottle. It's amazing. It's super good. Now with that. We're going to walk into the BuzzFeed quiz.
All right.
In this BuzzFeed quiz, we did it before, so we're pretty sure how this is going to go. It's a little aggressive in certain areas about how biased they are in certain areas. But there is literally no way you're going to pass this quiz if you're straight. Dave, what movie is this blurry screen cap from? The First Wives Club, Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood, or Waiting to Exhale? We already know the answer.
First Wives Club.
First Wives Club. That is correct, good sir. Who are these women? The Pussycat Dolls, Danity Kane, Girls Aloud. We know Pussycat it is Dolls. The Pussycat Dolls. Yes, Nicole Scherzinger. You know what?
Is that the main girl?
Yeah, this is the main girl. We know the answers? Let's go full gay.
Let's go full gay. Because
which Carly Rae Jepsen album will gays never shut the fuck up about? And that's their words, not mine. So that's aggressive.
That is.
And that would be Emotion.
Yeah.
By Carly Rae Jepsen. The other options were Kiss and Tug of War. And Tug of War seems like myself battling the urge to masturbate when I shouldn't.
Literally found out this girl had more than one song.
I don't believe her.
Just now.
Yeah. Now, which coffee is gayer, Dave? Hot or iced?
Hot.
No, dude.
Was it iced?
Coffee is always gayer.
Okay.
Because men drink hot coffee. Who is this sultry little lady in her Flashdance cutoff sweatshirt?
Oh, Stacy something.
Stacy Orico, Samantha Moomba, Paula Cole. We know it is Stacy Orico.
She's really pretty.
You meet a gay person for the 8th time. Do they remember your name? Yes, gays never forget or never. And we know the answer is never. And now we're at question 7. Which of the following people is most likely not gay? The lady who looks like her cat just died, the gentleman who can't realize how to write a fucking story, the other dude who doesn't know whether to tug his balls or ask his parents for fucking allowance, and the guy who has his fingers crossed looking like he might have to make a confession to someone who can molest him. We're going to go with the guy with his fingers crossed. That is correct as well. Which of the following will you not get from working bitch? Hot body, Bugatti, Maserati, Lamborghini, sip martinis, look hot in a bikini, live fancy, live in a big mansion, party in France, own a yacht. And we know the answer is?
Own the yacht.
Own the fucking yacht.
Because, I mean, you're going to work so hard for a fucking yacht, though.
Yeah, right. Which of these people is most likely gay? They are both wearing checkered loafers. Not a good start. Look like Vans. Bad shoe. But one has their legs crossed. The other has legs open. I'm going with legs being crossed. Most likely gay.
I agree.
Oh, we win. Finish this line. Lady Gaga is Italian or Greek. We know Italian. She is. Meatballs. Which Wikipedia section would a gay person go to first? Career or personal life? Well, we know they like to gab about themselves. So let's go personal life. Oh my god, we nailed it!
BuzzFeed, fuck off.
Which of the following was not a gay superpower? Walking fast. Telepathic communication with other gays. Being on time. Being the favorite amongst your aunts. Being on time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we nailed that one. Which video game character is a gay person most likely to pick? Wario, Mario, Bowser, or Peach?
Peach. I got that wrong before because I heard the question wrong.
Yeah, it is Peach because she's a queen. Pick the gay going through it face. Blonde hair, John Lennon glasses, weird mustache, Asian man, really confused, faux hawk, pink shirt. It is actually the John Lennon man. Boom, got him. This quiz is, not that serious, and obviously all gay people are different, and we get it, you're not like that kind of gay. Now, go and complain about not liking pop music, never watching Drag Race, and hating gay bars somewhere else. See above is the other option. So I'm going to go with option number 1, and we are 15 out of 15, 100% gay. Congrats, you really know gay culture, or you're a woke straight man. Well, fuck you.
Because your shit was so stereotypical and aggressive, it makes my butt hurt.
Dude, it's literally pandering an entire quiz to the idea of you saying, sorry for being so stereotypical about homosexuals and not appreciating their individuality. Let's put that burden on you, and you're the asshole for taking the quiz. Fuck you.
That's bullshit.
All of you. BuzzFeed an entire rod of carotid steel in your asshole, you dicks.
Seriously, when we picked this one, I thought it was going to be way more fun.
I thought we were going to get tricked into being gay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
That's what I was looking at.
It's going to be like, dude, which Vin Diesel movie do you want to watch? I'm like, oh, everyone? I'm like, that's what I thought. Is it Riddick? Is it Fast and the Furious? Is it Triple X?
That's what I was expecting. Like,
yeah, trick me
how
into being
much
gay.
do you love Elton John?
Yeah, how much do you not know you're gay? It's kind of what I felt.
That's where I thought we were going.
Literally, they stereotype the entire culture by being like, this is all gay shit. Oh, no. We don't want to say it's gay. You're the one who thought it was.
Yeah.
Now you're the mean person. Hey, BuzzFeed.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Eat my fucking dick. All right,
off,
so
bud.
With that, we're going to walk into the news this time. I think we can actually tiptoe into there really nicely.
We can.
Given we've had a 10-minute opportunity to do this before. So.
Again, I'm sorry.
It's all good, bud. I'm going to bust your balls all fucking podcast.
I hope so.
You're the producer that didn't produce shit. Colorado school shooting suspects to hear list of charges in court next week. So, what we're going to talk about is pretty morbid, but it is what it is. The 2 teenage suspects in the deadly mass shooting at a Colorado charter school will appear in court next week to hear the charges against them. George Broschler, district attorney for Douglas and other counties, has said 18-year-old Devin Erickson, that is Devin Erickson, and 16-year-old Alec McKinney, both students at the school, will face murder, attempted murder, and perhaps other charges. The suspect's hearing initially was scheduled for Friday afternoon, but had been moved to Wednesday morning, the district attorney says. Authorities initially described McKinney as a female. Oh, Jesus Christ. But the suspect's lawyer said in court the 16-year-old goes by the first name Alec and uses the pronoun he. Okay. Colorado Judicial Department spokesperson Rob McCollum said, one student was killed while trying to take down one of the suspects, and 8 other students were wounded in Tuesday's shooting at the STEM School Highlands Ranch. The tragedy Tuesday at the school marked the latest blow to a community that has already endured a rash of mass shootings, including Columbine High School and the Aurora Movie Theater.
Okay, so
let's unpack this.
Okay, the part that tripped me up was one of the shooters a female that she describes herself as male?
It's a person who identifies as another pronoun.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
It's not someone who identifies as male or female.
Okay.
It is someone who identifies as he. However, I guess the he...
a lot of that confuses me.
Is not a him or a rational, sane fucking person.
Okay.
I don't care how insensitive I come off with this.
No, because, okay...
You're a murderer.
I get it. You're bullied. Bullying's a thing, and you're upset about being bullied. You don't have the right to do what you did. Not one bit, because I've been bullied. Everybody's been made fun of.
Dave.
Like you don't get the right to just gun people down because they've made fun of you a little bit.
I just went full trailer Steven Seagal outside on that heavy bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Showing our co-host from the other podcast, I know how to fight.
Yeah.
I know how to fight because I got bullied.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never murdered, ever. Never once was like, oh my god, my life sucks, let me kill people. That's a fucking bitch move. What you're doing is a bitch move. And then the reason I actually wanted to pick this story, for the most part, is there are now students who are doing a pretty active protest, and they are walking out of schools and protesting like school security, safety, and the idea of like active shooters. they do not set you up in school. You never had to have a Columbine program set up in your school.
No.
We just went, oh, it's Columbine. It's a one-off. It's a one-off. But we can't say that anymore.
No, not at all.
It's happening too frequently.
Way too frequently.
Yeah, like, people have access to guns on a huge level in this country. And you know what? If you love your guns, that's fine. I'm not asking you to stop using your guns. Jesus Christ. If you fucking DM me about your guns, I swear to God, take all of your gun, lube it up, and put it in your ass. Because I don't give a fuck. Okay?
Exactly.
My big thing is the fact that we have people who are not mentally sound who are getting firearms. And that leads to disaster. And this disaster is affecting children. People who don't even have a chance at life. They've never even lived. So for you to sit there and argue your guns, do that shit on the other side. What I'm going to argue right now is the idea of mental health in this country that we definitely do not take a hard stance on and we don't understand. And what we need to do is there needs to be mental health involved in the purchase of firearms. That is 100% guaranteed. I don't care how the fuck you want to argue it. DM me that, and then I'll take that gun butt and I'll put up my asshole. Okay? But for the most part, fuck these kids. If you hate your life that much, you need to talk to somebody. You do not need to hurt other people to make yourself feel good. It's like an abusive relationship with a spouse or a domestic partner. You don't need to lash out to other people to make yourself feel important. You need to find a way to mitigate those circumstances. Look inside yourself, because we have literally the entire world at our fingertips. You have a phone that does everything. I can jerk off and create a video later on and a drum kit. What the fuck are you doing? That's what we're doing. I can make a fucking playlist on my own. I can be DJ Khaleding a fucking masturbation track while I'm watching Pornhub. I can do that, and I can figure out if the dial's down. Doesn't matter. You need to take the fucking resources at hand and try to be better about your life. And the fact that we're giving these kids an out sometimes because they're kids, fuck you.
No.
Done. Kids know the repercussions of their actions. My daughter is 7 years old. She knows if she fucks up, she fucked up. She understands it. I explained it to her. I try to teach her. What we're not doing is engaging as parents, engaging as teachers, engaging as friends, engaging as communities, because we turn a blind eye to the weird kid.
Yeah.
We turn a blind eye to the person who feels like they're different. Stop doing that. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them about their day. And if you ask them and they say, hey, I want to choke a squirrel to death, and then I want to cut its tail off and see what it feels like in my beehole, that's a bad person. You should probably talk to somebody. Put them on a watch list, because you're psycho. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to root this to where I can't make these people out to be the monsters they really are.
Dude, no, you've hit it on the head. Get your kids some help. If they come home and tell you they're bullied, find out how much. Get them some help. Because I realize some kids there are strong enough kids that'll just let it roll off their back. But the ones who are doing these kind of things obviously are not. Mm-hmm. Take stock of what's going on in your kid's life.
I think a lot of it boils down to parenting, because I'm a parent.
That's what I'm saying.
Hugely involved in my child's life.
I've watched.
My daughter got called a cunt. She's in 2nd grade.
God damn.
She got called a cunt. That's YouTube. That's the world we live in. The world's at their fingertips, even at 7. If you don't keep a close eye, it's there. So stop acting like this is excusable, because it's not. There's no reason that you as a parent cannot have a feasible grasp on what your child is feeling. If you don't want to sit down and hold your kid in your arms and tell him it's going to be okay, talk to me. I'm here for you. Don't treat him like a different person. Treat him like a young adult that's going to mean something in the world. That is huge for their self-esteem. I'm not the best parent on the planet. God damn it, I'll definitely deny that. I'm here getting drunk at fucking 6 o'clock in the afternoon while my kid's out hanging out with their mom. What I am going to say is that I give a fuck. And all you got to do is give a fuck.
Exactly.
And it really pisses me off that a lot of these kids, they feel so alienated that their parents don't even notice. If you don't notice that your kid's going through something, you don't care. And you know what? You don't deserve to have children. So fuck the abortion thing. Just be a better parent. I don't give a fuck.
I'm with you all day over here.
This pisses me off. School shootings are inexcusable.
Completely.
School should be the safest place you drop a kid off. When I drop my kid off at school, I don't want to worry about the fact that someone crazy enough to bring a gun to school. I can't help my kid. I'm not there.
School and home should be where the kids are the safest.
Like, kick my door in, bitch. Let's see what happens. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even a gun guy.
No.
I'm going to fuck you up 6 ways from Sunday, and my kids are important.
Yeah.
And so you put your kid in a facility where they should be taken care of. They should be safe. It's not a fucking Walmart. It's a goddamn school.
I'm with you all the way.
Oh, it pisses me the fuck off. And before I get too heated, because I've been drinking, people,
it can
I'm going to get deep.
It can get ugly.
But at the end of the day is, yes, prosecute these kids to the fullest, okay? While they're in jail, get them the mental help they need.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think they should be put to death, even though I'm a huge fan of the death penalty. Don't do anything super crazy. Don't treat it so awkwardly that it doesn't exist either. Like these kids walking out of school saying, I'm scared to be at school. Boom. That's a problem. That's something we need to address. We need to address the safety in a public area where kids go to learn so they can get further in life. Because you know what that means? We can't take a kid to school. Got to teach them at home. So now they don't get social skills. They don't get athletic abilities that schools can offer. Fuck that noise. Make schools safer. They need to be safer. If it costs $95 trillion, hey, Trump, fuck your tariffs. Let's get better. Okay?
Exactly.
Put it in the schools. I don't care about my infrastructure. I'll take a bumpy road and put a bunch of metal detectors in schools rather than worry about the fact that my kid might go to school with somebody who's mentally unsound and is going to do something stupid. It pisses me off, dude. We've talked about this so many times.
Oh.
It's fucking obnoxious. Anyway, sorry, people. Let's try to get more fun. We're going to go to the next story, Dave.
All right.
He crossed the Atlantic in a barrel. We asked about dodging ships and using la toilette. On a journey across the Atlantic Ocean, the French adventurer Jean-Jacques Savon spent 127 days alone in a large barrel-shaped capsule made of plywood at the mercy of the winds and currents. He had no television, no Facebook or Twitter. First world problems. Let's fucking figure that out.
Okay.
In December, Mr. Savon, a former military parachutist pilot and park ranger in Africa, set sail from the Canary Islands, the Spanish archipelago, west of Morocco, in the orange vessel he built. It measures about 10 feet long and 6 feet 8 inches wide. Last week on May 2nd, Mr. Savon, 72 years old, completed his 3,125 nautical mile trip from the Dutch Caribbean island of St. Eustatius. And then on Thursday, we spoke to Mr. Savon by phone, and they're going to ask this Q&A that I don't give a fuck about. So I'm going to try to find his reasoning to do what he did. And it seems that he wanted to prove that he's 72 and he can take the fucking world on. All right, that's what I get for reading the fucking headline. It's a non-story. Oh, how did he go to the bathroom? Would you like to know, Dave?
I kind of do.
La toilette. When it was nice out, it wasn't a problem.
Over the side?
Sorry?
Just
I'm gonna read it to you.
All right.
La toilette. When it was nice out, it wasn't a problem because I could go swimming and climb down a ladder, but during bad weather, I used a hermetically sealed bucket to trap the smell. I also brought a bag of sawdust so there wouldn't be any odor. That's cat litter, bitches. So yeah, I mean, this guy, he's just trying to prove a point that he's 72 and he should still do the goddamn thing. He had a dream where he wanted to just go across the ocean. He wanted to do it as easily as you could do without any help.
I like it.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, what the fuck you doing, man? What are you really trying to prove?
Yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck you doing? But I mean, if it's a dream, good for you.
Yeah, but like,
good for you for accomplishing something you wanted to do in your life. But at the same time, maybe make it a little better for yourself.
Well, I mean, not even that. My big thing is, I want to travel the world in a barrel. Cute. Adorable. You're 72. You've already done most of the things you can do. So 72, you're going to take risk. You're going to kill it. You're going to do whatever you want to fucking do.
I mean, it didn't say if he had family or not. So I guess, like, why not?
Might have. It was a huge article.
I guess, like, why not?
I stopped reading because don't care. What are you? Fucking Houdini falling off the fucking Niagara? No, you're not. You're not that guy. Don't care. Oh, it was in a barrel for a long time. What are you, a fucking barrel of monkeys? You a little game for kids?
You're just hanging your dangle out, trying to piss in the...
Dude, it would be really nice to pull my dick out wherever I wanted to, and when you're in the middle of the ocean, no one's going to care.
Not at all.
Just pull your dick out.
My problem is you're just chucking deuce over the side.
You have to.
Yeah.
Fish defecate in the water all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're fish, it's fine.
I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're people.
It's all poop.
We're better than that.
I mean, when you flush your toilet, it goes into, like, the ocean.
Yeah, but once I flush the toilet, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but it's still in the fucking ocean. Regardless, we've seen Finding Nemo.
I haven't.
You're a fucking horrible human being. You've never seen Finding Nemo?
No.
P-32 Wallaby.
I haven't seen the Ellen DeGeneres one either.
Yeah, okay, well, that's both of them. That's Finding Dory and Finding Nemo. Yeah, well, she has short-term memory loss. Anyway.
Isn't that what all fish do?
I mean, no, maybe. I know they don't have nerves. I don't even know. Like right now, we're flying at the seat of our pants. So we're going to go to our next story, okay?
Okay.
Chicago Cubs ban a fan who was seen making a white power gesture behind a black reporter. CNN reports. The Chicago Cubs have banned a fan indefinitely from Wrigley Field after he was seen on camera making an offensive hand gesture at the game this week. On Tuesday night's Cubs broadcast on NBC Sports Chicago, a fan was seen behind analyst Doug Glanville. Shouts out, Doug.
I know you are, buddy.
A former MLB player who is black, giving a hand gesture that has been known as a white power sign. Before I continue, Dave, do you know any white power sign hand gestures given to you in your youth or your time frame? Nope.
In all honesty, no.
Nope. Not a one. Right?
If people have made them at me, I didn't know that's what they were doing.
I didn't either. So on Crane Kenny, the Cubs president of the business operation, said in a statement after the game that the organization would investigate because no one should be subjected to this type of offensive behavior. I'm going to go on yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. So here's my thing. If any of you listening have ever seen what it's like to do this little trick with your finger where you hold it by your thigh when your friend looks, you try to get him to look at the circle that you made.
So you can punch him
in the arm?
Yeah.
Like a slug bug kind of thing? That's the exact
apparently the Klan uses this too.
Now, apparently, the three fingers represent a W for white power. I say, nope. It's not a real thing. It's not a thing because you can't take and put intent onto someone's gesture that was a game when they were kids.
No.
And then the only reason this is going the way it's going, I think that the gentleman may be an asshole. The gentleman may be an asshole very well. But my biggest thing is he's an African American, so you don't want to see this kind of activity if it is an actual white power gesture. And what I've seen, it's fucking not. It's three fingers and a Q because when your friend's that dickhead who's like, hey man, look over here, look at my pocket, you see that little circle? If you stick your finger through, you get to slug him in the arm. It was a game. It's a game we played when we were kids all the fucking time. So they're going to ban this guy for making a white power gesture, but I didn't even know until recently that gesture of a hand that I do when I'm fucking around at work, trying to be a dickhead to my friends and slug them in the arm, was white power. So I don't understand, I'm trying to word this right, I don't understand how you can turn around and take something so harmless as a game that we've made for so long and make it a white power thing. The fact that he made it behind this sportscaster's head on camera almost looks like, I'm looking at the photo right now, like a weird bunny ear thing. It does not look like you can't even see a W with his fucking fingers. So I don't know the intent that they're trying to put behind this. Excuse me. But this is just ridiculous. Like, we cannot put intent behind gestures without asking the person how they did it. They don't even give the guy's name. They don't even give his idea of how he wanted to defend himself. All they said was, it's ignorant, it's repulsive behavior, and it is not to be tolerated at Wrigley Field. No one asked this gentleman what the conduct was, what the code behind it was, or anything. As a result, they tried to reach him by phone, not notifying him, yada, 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 so on and so forth. They communicated that he will never be able to enter Wrigley Field. But this, again, is a gesture that has always been made as a joke, as a friendly thing that you use to slug your fucking friends. You cannot just take something that's been used and utilized by so many people for so long, read a fucking stupid blog or an article or see a tweet and be like, condemn it all. It's bullshit. We're not going to do this. No. There needs to be an open format for discussion to understand why you would think that making a circle with your index finger and your thumb and leaving your fingers open, which this gentleman, Dave, if you can see, is not creating a W. They're all lined up. They're just this. If you were to look at it, it would look like the number 6.
You can't see all three fingers. They're all lined up. You can't see it.
Yeah, it looks like the number. Do it to yourself.
Yeah.
That's the number 6.
That's what it looks like.
Exactly. So if you're going to say it's white power, then let's start really getting aggressive about some stuff. So if you do a fist in a rap video, black power.
Yeah.
If you're going Malcolm X, you're going Black Panthers, you're rogue. We're not going to do that. Because why? We understand interpretation. We're not going to put intent behind your artistic creativity. What's pissing me the fuck off is the idea that you can just be outraged by anything you don't think is normal.
And this is an issue we're having these days. Is every individual person gets to decide what is acceptable to everybody else.
It's bullshit.
And that's not how it should be. We should be, as a society, there are certain things that are way offensive that everybody agrees on. You can't just have a small fraction of people go, I don't like that. Nobody's allowed to like that.
You can't take the minority of an idea and make a rule.
No.
Because a lot of you want to take the flat earthers attempt, like, dude, no.
They can have their own opinion.
It's an opinion. It's not something that predicates the entire basis of the idea or how you conduct yourselves throughout your day. It's not something that you need to really. I don't even think we should give credence to it. I think it's a story non-story. In my opinion, I think it's fucked up that you got banned. And if his intent was to exercise white power, that's also fucked up. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Not at all.
To look at something I've literally used to fuck, dude, I've got you with it at work. I'm like, dude, hey. And then you're like, you bitch. And then you move on. It's not white power. It's, hey, bud, let's have a good time.
Since, at minimum, 1992, that's been used to punch your friend in the arm.
That's what I thought it was. And then if you stuck your finger through the hole, you got to punch the person who did the hole, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. That's white power.
If a few white power people go, no, that's our thing now. Fuck you. You don't get to claim it. A. No. B. Even if they do tell you that's what they're using it for, you don't get to condemn everybody else for trying to do the same stupid prank they've been doing since they were children.
It's like what if that bunny ears becomes victory? You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? You can take it so many different routes. Here's what you can do. You can take the entirety of my dick and suck it. I don't have time for this.
Not
this
at all.
This is a story, not a story. You get so there are people, and it's a very small margin. But again, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right?
They always do.
The ones who chirp up the loudest are always going to be heard. You cannot project your ideas onto other people.
No.
You cannot make it so that intent is only what you believe, rather than the actual intent of what's going on. I've expelled myself so much so to try to be as politically conscious and correct as I can while still maintaining my individuality. I don't give a fuck.
It gets harder and harder every day.
Yeah, I know, right? And I don't give a fuck about your ideas as far as, like, I don't think they affect my life for the most part. But now when you're using them to attack people, that's when ideas become dangerous. Like, you adhered yourself to an ideology. You cannot do that. Yeah, this is so detrimental to the idea of having a conversation with anybody. So if okay, fuck it. Let's just go off the rails. We're going to go off the rails. We don't normally do this. We're going to get a little political right now.
Let's do this.
I've been fucking drinking. I'm here for it. You can go off the rails with this. But if I sit there and I go, I don't think a transgender woman, which is a man who converted to being a woman, is biologically a woman.
No.
Because you're not. That's my opinion. Now, that could hurt your feelings.
It could.
And then they could have their feelings on it. And we could just stop there.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to
agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Now, when you attack me on my thoughts for it, and then I rebut you, why are we attacking each other at all? You were not creating a conducive environment for an argument that would make sense and bring each other closer. All we're doing is we're closing doors.
Exactly.
Like, everything to me feels like with these ideas, they're bay doors. We just close them, we lock them, we never talk about it. And we let this one side be this and this one side be that, and we're like, fuck them. You're an asshole. You're a dick. You're a bigot. You're not open. It's so ridiculously preposterous because the marketplace of ideas is governed by the idea of being open. So be open to the idea of this gentleman maybe did something that you thought was wrong. You never even gave him a chance to defend himself. You publicly shamed him immediately.
Exactly.
And then you erred on the side of caution without knowing the intent. So therefore, you banned a person who has the opportunity to defend themselves, but you never gave him the option. You never even talked to the guy. So he couldn't explain why he made that gesture, why he did what he did.
Yeah.
Instead, you shamed him all over the internet before knowing the intent.
For all you know,
dude was just being a joker.
The photo you showed me was taken from a broadcast. That was behind Doug Glanville as they cut to him on camera talking probably about why they stole second base when they did.
Nothing crazy.
That dude made that symbol with his fingers probably because he knew 10 of his friends were hanging out watching that fucking Cubs game at a bar, And he was,
bro, that was me.
And he probably text them right afterwards, like, I'm punching every one of you fuckers as soon as I get there.
Exactly. To me, it came off as a joke.
That's what I thought.
And that's what I think.
When you showed it to me, immediately I thought, 10 friends at the house.
Getting slugged.
They're all drinking beer at a bar or at somebody's house. And he texts them immediately, like, I'm punching every one of you assholes.
You fucking dicks.
But Chicago, the Cubs, they go, hey, we found out. Like, Klan members use that for white power. You're an asshole. Get the fuck out of here.
Not confounded, by the way. Not confounded. It was... I really try not to deep dive because it'll piss me off.
I know.
And I try.
We both get that way, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. But it's not conducive to the thought behind what that is. Like, the white power symbol is like the Heil Hitler. It's the fucking burning cross. It's the fucking swastika. It's the things that are detrimental to everything. It's marching in a black neighborhood with a bunch of white dudes and guns. It's fucking all... It's Charlottesville. It's all that shit. That's white supremacy. White supremacy is horrible. We all acknowledge that. But to say that a white dude did a, hey, fuck you, I want to punch in the arm, and now he's banned from going to fucking... he paid to be there.
Yeah.
It's not like he paid to be there as a stunt. He paid to be there and he did a thing. He just fucking did a thing.
There's no way he knew. There's no way he knew they were going to pan the Doug Glanville.
Yeah. It just...
When he was going to, like, hey, my friends are assholes.
Dude, you know how many times you've seen dudes do, like, jerk-off motions and stuff like that? You see how many times, like, people just make out, chug beer, smoke weed on camera because it pans to them at a weird angle? It just happens. I don't think that this is someone who's a horrible monster, but this is why I fucking hate public shaming. You don't even know his story, and you shame them right away.
Exactly.
Condemn them before you know it. Fuck you. This is probably one of the most least funny podcasts we've done in a while.
Probably.
But this is something that I have to talk about because I'm so annoyed by the fact that people my age, 28 next week, bitches, and 28, you're so upset about things you don't even understand. You're not even given the opportunity for people to comprehend. Good push, bud.
Sorry about that.
So I'm going to get off of this before I really like lose my shit.
Go for it.
Because it's annoying. Just, come on, guys, have a conversation. Don't condemn somebody before they even have an opportunity to defend themselves. Public shaming is so obnoxious and stupid. And if you read the backstory of a lot of what's going on, you wouldn't shame them. You would just be like, oh, you didn't think it all the way through, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And that's reasonable.
Fair.
People err. Fuck them. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. It's actually dark as well. NYPD transit cops arrest a man for one murder. He says, I've committed 6 more.
Wow.
I will show you a picture of this gentleman. Good chance he committed 7 murders.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Good chance.
Ooh.
Full face tattoos. Looks zoning out. He has goblin ears.
Slightly less tattoos than Post Malone. I just found out who that fucker was.
I like Post Malone.
Good for you.
Hey, Spider-Man of the Spider-Verse.
Sunflower
is dope. Regardless, Dave's old as fuck. CNN. When New York officers tracked down a Florida man wanted a connection with a murder in Miami Beach, they had no idea they had stopped a potential serial killer. Transit police found Nicholas Brent Gibson, 32, coming off of a subway train Sunday and arrested him. During questioning, police said Gibson confessed to killing 77-year-old Eric Stocker in Miami Beach in April, and then allegedly told police he'd killed 6 other people in Florida, Georgia, and California.
Damn.
Police in those states are now working to corroborate the statements about the 6 killings, but haven't been able to connect Gibson to the alleged crimes yet. Miami Beach police spokesman Ernesto Rodriguez told CNN on Wednesday. CNN reached out to a public defender assigned to Gibson, but did not immediately hear back. Gibson has been wanted by the U.S. Marshals since 2016 for failing to register as a sex offender in multiple states.
Damn!
He'd been required to register as a sex offender since he was 13 years old after being convicted of aggravated criminal sexual abuse in Illinois in 2000, according to a federal criminal complaint. In 2008, he pleaded guilty to a statutory sexual assault of a minor under 16 in Pennsylvania, another conviction requiring him to report his sex offender status wherever he lived, according to the court documents. That is the entirety of the article. CNN fucking follow up better. And secondly, bro.
Dude. Homeboy did some shit everywhere. How has this guy not been arrested before the other day?
Yeah, I mean, like, if he's already, like,
that's
failure to register is a criminal act.
That's like, okay, like, why are you you've killed and been a sex offender in 5 states. You've been arrested for different shit in 6 states. How are you getting around without getting arrested is where I'm at. Like, this guy looks like somebody that if you heard of a crime, police just stereotyping would have stopped him and asked him questions. Like, I'm personally not trying to stereotype him, but he's got tattoos all over his face. He looks like somebody that I would think police would just be like, hey man, this happened. What do you know about it? Because that's who he looks like. How do you commit 7 murders, sex crimes in six states, I believe Doug said? How do you not get 4? Okay, so how do you not get questioned at all for any of this? Like, you make it in New York for a hot minute before anybody even asks you about one of these.
Well, not even just that. It's the idea that, like, it took so long for them to track down someone who didn't register as a sexual offender. That does not make me feel comfortable.
No.
And he was 13 when it happened, so that was in 2000. So you're super confused about, like, how you're gonna go forward with this. Dude didn't fucking sign up. You know what happens when you're in school? You don't turn in your permission slip.
You don't go.
You don't go. And then if you try to go, they call your parents. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you're like, oh, dude, I just want to hang out with my friends. Now, that's a light way of saying it. This guy decided not to register as a sex offender. What that means to me is you're trying to hide. Yeah. You're scary. You're Sly Fox. Nope. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be a silly bitch. We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to take you and go ahead, bud.
Like I'm saying though, try not to stereotype someone who has face tattoos, but when they do, you would imagine those are the people that the cops stereotype and ask first.
Not wrong.
Like, oh shit, we heard about this crime, sex crime, whatever, and they would just look at somebody like that and be like, "So what do you know about this, bud?"
And they should, like, the thing is, I think the registry for criminals in the United States is fucking wonky as shit. Again, people, super sorry, not the funniest podcast we've done.
No.
This is actually, it's coming to a point where, like, real fast side note, but you're around my family a lot. Yeah. And, like, I'm a huge family man. And, like, you hang out with my kids, too. You enjoy your time with them. So we worry about the future for them a little bit. Yeah. On a side note, like, you really do care, like,
no, they're
uncle status. Almost, you know what I mean?
When you should be registering as a sex offender, is that what they tell you to do? Mm-hmm. They should do it for you in court.
It shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be you. As soon as they go, hey, you were convicted, it shouldn't be, hey, man, when you move, register. Nah, dude. You get a chip on a wristwatch. You get a fucking thing.
Like my dog.
Like your dog. But your dog is a nice thing. That sex offender is a piece of shit. If we are willing to put a chip in something that is going to bring joy to our lives, yes, we should also be willing to put a chip in something that be a detriment.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, a detriment. And fuck me, dude. This is the worst week of news.
It really is.
Like, it's getting so fucking dark. And I do apologize. I'm trying to make jokes, but, like, I get riled up when it comes to, like, shit that comes to, like, the school shooting thing was a tough thing, and then, like, hearing this motherfucker having his opportunity.
Not to, like, take away, but coming up with stuff for Nasty Asylum, that was a slow week, too.
Yeah.
Like, just all around. Good news, bad news. Like, entertainment news is fun, but that was hard to figure out to where it's something you haven't heard about, like, a million times. Yeah. The stuff Doug tries to find, I can't imagine because, like, millions of bad things happen every week.
It's tough.
And I feel for you when you try to come up with something so that it can be entertaining. Yeah. Because I know all these things happen, and it's rough.
Yeah. And also, full disclaimer, I came off a full work day.
Exactly.
And Marty, a little angry. Yeah. I don't want to be at work. And then I have to come home to the idea that, no good news stories. Wow. You want to know a good news story? There's a teacher who showed her salary and a bunch of people raised money to make the teacher's life better. That's not a fucking good news story. It's a horrible news story.
So you have to pick horrible news stories just so you have something to talk about.
And I have to pick the less horrible ones.
Yeah.
I have to try to find ones I can be comedic about, but it's hard to be comedic about the fact that we don't pay teachers enough. It's hard to be comedic about the fact that we don't fucking care about kids or do better with guns. Or, dude, you know one of the stories that showed up today? An 11-year-old girl in Ohio was raped by a 26-year-old man. Got her pregnant.
Oh, I heard about that.
Ohio passed the heartbeat bill.
Yeah.
She can't get an abortion.
That's bullshit.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to this and sometimes it's not funny, that's because that's the darkness that I fucking read. Those are the things. Funny. I'm trying my fucking damnedest. But, dude, when you hear some of the newses like that we hear, I said newses. God damn it. I don't do this. But, hey, dude, speaking of newses, call back to, remember that lady who didn't try to help her son be found?
Yeah.
They found him.
Good. Where's he at?
Dead.
Oh.
Right? Exactly.
Harsh, sorry.
No, it's...
I got excited for a second.
I know, right? They found him dead. He was beaten to death.
By her? Oh.
Possibly stepdad.
Fair.
That's the follow-ups I get. That's why I don't do follow-ups. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, it's one of these fucking days where, like, all the news is horrible. Trump raised tariffs on China. We're going to beef with them. I read all these politic things, and I try not to explain them on the show because I don't want it always to be dark and down. But fuck me, dude. Can we get some good news? Can we get something awesome? And I get awesome shit from Nasty Asylum. I do get some awesome shit from this because, like, I did read the fact that, like, these two brothers are not actually brothers at first.
I didn't, like, if I knew this was coming,
you would have saved a couple years.
I would have, I would have let you have my 91-year-old man getting a diploma story.
There's nothing good for news, like...
No, that's why I picked that. So that was, like, the best-sounding story I found all week.
And it feels so bad because, like, everyone wants comedy, and I really want to give it to you. I do. But if I'm going to say topical, I got some Snapple facts coming up, bitches. It's going to be funny as fuck. But this part, I do really enjoy. Okay, so this is a nice news story. Are you ready for this one, buddy?
I'm with you.
Super sorry about how negative shit got. Friends find out they're actually brothers after taking DNA test. Right?
Dirty Work. Did you ever see the movie Dirty Work?
I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be in my repertoire.
No, but it's Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang. And
shit, yeah.
And they later find out they're brothers.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
we're gonna find
great.
out we're brothers soon. My dad's awesome. I don't know. Two Texas men who'd been acquaintances for years realized they were biological brothers after taking DNA tests. I hate your name. Walter Gordy, 37, and Mark Polson, 36, were introduced through a mutual friend and exchanged phone numbers, but didn't have a super close relationship. That all changed in September when they found out they shared the same father. In August, Tolson decided to try 23andMe in search of his own biological father. He was shocked at the results. I'm looking at the different percentages of nationalities, just going down the list. Then I see this part that says DNA relatives. Tolson told InsiderEdition.com, I expect him to find his third or fourth cousins. Boom, pops up Walt. So I see him, and I go, I know him. Obviously. Gordy had already used 23andMe in 2014 because he'd previously had cancer and wanted to see if he might be predisposed with any other health conditions. When I looked at my dad's side, the closest thing I could find, third cousin New York, I would go on 23andMe about once a week, sometimes twice a week, to see if any updates happened. I'm going to try to skim through this real fast. The brothers had grown up as only children, and both of their mothers had used artificial insemination to get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Adding to the shock, both brothers and their mothers actually already knew each other. The women did not know, however, they had used the same fertility donor to have their sons. and now they are related. So
That's hot.
that's fucking interesting as shit. Because
you got a picture of the brothers?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I fucking do.
Oh, good.
How do you not think you're related?
Are you kidding me? You didn't stop to
images.
think that for a second
They
you
grow
might
the
be
same
brothers?
beard. They have the same hair. They each look like they could
One slightly chubbier than the other.
Hey, and
that's it. Other than that, they look very similar.
Hey, you saw Black Panther?
Yeah.
They look like they're related to people.
M'Baka?
Yeah, M'Baka. They look like smaller M'Bakas.
They do look like M'Baka from Black Panther, by the way.
It's dope.
M'Baku.
I mean, that'd be really cool to finally like if you were that close to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, to find like that was the cool thing about Dirty Work. Like when you watch that movie,
they're better than twins or no?
Oh yes, hands down. So you get all the way through that movie, right? You're like, it's a comedy, so it's like an hour 20. So you get almost an hour in, they realize, Artie Lang's dad is also Norm Macdonald's dad.
Hmm.
And they go, that's why we were friends the way we were, because we were fucking brothers. And it was a good movie. I liked it a lot. It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Artie Lang, aside from his drug addiction, is pretty dope.
Artie Lang's pretty funny, dude. Norm Macdonald has his moments. He did the one roast, I can't remember who it was, but he bombed on purpose, and it was so great.
Not as good as Andy Sandberg's bomb.
No.
Andy Sandberg's bomb was amazing.
But
he opened up roasting Jeff Ross right away, and then he made one joke, and then Jeff Ross was like, "That fucking sucks," or whatever. Like being Jeff Ross on the corner. It's like, "Shut the fuck up, you melting hippo!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that was so good."
Jeff Ross does look like a candle that got left on a windowsill.
Oh my god, Jeff Ross looks like he tried to jerk off a Vienna sausage. He's disgusting. He's not good. But his roast ability is fantastic.
When he roasts, he's great. When he does regular stand-up,
no, he doesn't do
not that good.
No. But that 2 mics with David Tell is pretty nice.
I gotta watch that because I heard it's outstanding.
Dude, I used to listen to it.
Tom Segura talks highly of it.
And David Tell might be the best stand-up the white stand-up I've seen in a long time. Oh shit, we're gonna go there? Okay, go ahead.
Real quick before we go anywhere. I also heard Dave Attell, as funny as he is, he will tell a joke with a different punchline every night.
Yes, sir.
Because he immediately makes himself forget the punchline that worked the night before. But he will go again the next night and tell the same joke with a completely different punchline that works just as good.
Well, if you watch Bumping Mics on Netflix,
I'm going to tonight.
Please do, and then come back to me and tell me I'm amazing. I'm the best stand-up comedian you know. So, but no, in all honesty, like that Bumping Mics thing is just seeing it. Just do that. I don't want to get too far off because we're gonna finish up this news because this is shit show of a podcast, guys. I'm super sorry. Ex-Pennsylvania Special Olympics coach. This is the worst of the week, by the way.
Oh, come on. What do you do?
What, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to sip at this?
No, I've still got some.
All right, so we're going to go to the worst of the week. Sorry about that. Ex-Pennsylvania Special Olympics coach charged with sexual assault. Read it out, bud. Read it out.
Wait, okay. I'm going to let you read because...
Go ahead. No, dude, start. I'm not trying to be. It's
no, I know what you're doing, but I know this isn't like what you wanted, but is this story really about him sexually assaulting special kids?
I don't know because I've only read the headline.
Okay, I hope not.
You ready, bud?
I hope he's charged with... Not that it's okay at all, but come on, not special needs kids.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're going to be mad. Here we go. The Reading Eagle reports Michael Sheldon was held without bail after Thursday's preliminary hearing on charges of rape, involuntary, deviant sexual assault, and related accounts. Sheldon was charged in March with assaulting the 24-year-old man at Sheldon's apartment on July 15th. The victim told investigators he refused Sheldon's advances and Sheldon sexually assaulted him after he fell asleep. Police say 28-year-old Sheldon threatened to take away the man's Special Olympics involvement after he reported the assault. A spokeswoman with the Special Olympics of Berks County says Sheldon was immediately suspended after he was charged. A call seeking a comment from Sheldon's public defender wasn't returned, and that is actually the entirety of the article.
Okay, it didn't.
And there's a reason it's the worst of the week, but
it didn't specify. Was the 24-year-old special needs?
Assault. Yeah.
Okay, I get.
Special needs.
Okay, because the way that stuff was worded, I couldn't piece that.
Fair enough.
Okay, first off,
darkest podcast we've had in them.
It is, and you know what? I'm going to help apologize for this, but rape is not okay.
Oh, never.
Never.
We all know that.
Never.
That's
if you're
right there.
If you're a person that for some reason can like level that in your head, go fuck yourself. But a special needs person
is a whole different degree.
That is a different standard. Not standard, but a different degree, like Doug said, yes. Because there's some that may not understand that what you're doing to them is wrong.
Because they wouldn't know.
But this one, this gentleman
they were able to speak up.
He did, and good for you.
Thank you.
Now,
for shutting down a monster.
Now, there's... You can't do terrible things to these people and then tell them, you want to be in the Special Olympics, you keep your fucking mouth shut. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. It's not okay. It's not okay to do this to special needs kids, any kids, any person
alive ever.
But I am also the person that will be, if you sexually assault a person, but you deserve a lot of bad to happen to you.
Literally death.
If they have special needs of their child, you should be in the chair immediately.
Oh yeah.
There's no anything that makes that not a death penalty thing to me.
Oh, absolutely not. And the idea that, like, again, this is me harping on the death penalty, is you strip someone of their humanity.
Because they have to live with it.
But why do we give you humane treatment when you stripped someone of their own humanity? Their own ability to say yes or no. Their ability of choice is something that you have as a human being. It's a basic human right. That's across the board. It's actually the Geneva Convention, if you want to fucking read. It's a big thing that happened in the fucking 40s after World War II. We figured that shit out. Now, my thing is, there's no trial.
No.
Not to me. Not to me. If
you get
because he owned it.
You get a day in court. You get one day to be told what a fucking piece of shit you are in a sentence.
And that's it. And like I said, dude, I feel so fucking bad. This is the worst news like I've ever found. And
I'm hoping at the bare minimum our opinion on this means something to somebody. Because sometimes we couldn't make as much humor out of this as we'd like to normally.
Oh, but I got you in a couple minutes. I got you. I'm gonna fucking kill it on Snapple Facts.
As far as
best thing ever. If you're gonna listen to this podcast and you didn't laugh, at least you're gonna learn something.
As far as like when you kill somebody, yes, you've took their life. When you sexually assault someone, you've taken their life, their humanity. You've rearranged everything in their brain. They do not live the life they were going to live.
No.
So you've taken literally their life from them. Mm-hmm. Not just ended it, you've taken it. Because they're going to keep living and they're going to keep reliving.
Yeah, and then they're not going to...
No amount of therapy fixes that.
It's tough. Okay, so I'm not going to get too deep into my dirty laundry. That sounds actually really rapey. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not that guy. But I do know people who have been assaulted, and you're completely correct. It's something that they cannot fix. It's something they don't get comfortable with. It's something where I've had exes who have been, put in bad situations, and you just go like, I don't know how to help you, and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. So it's something they really have to take care of the rest of their lives. And I don't know how to bring any joy to this other than thank goodness for that gentleman stepping up and saying, this fucking asshole is doing something terribly wrong, because you can always, unfortunately, shy away from the fact that the person that is making the accusation is of a mental detriment. It's a thing. And then he goes, fuck that noise. I'm going to say this. It needs to be done. Because, I mean, we're seeing it Special Olympics. We saw it in the real Olympics with the gymnast, that one Philip dude or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I actually know a person who was personally working with that gentleman.
Yeah.
And he used his corrective, that's in quotes, tendencies for her ailments. Fucking monster. So, again, yeah. Get rid of this dude. Done. Already done. Dave, no more credence for this guy. Let's fucking exit out.
Pardon.
Let's try to have a fun time. It's tough as shit.
Pardon the burps.
I know. The fuck you burps. You're doing great. Okay, so let's go to the best of the week. And it's a little morbid, but it's awesome.
If anything, the burp might have lightened things up.
Dude, the burp was dope. So this is going to sound awful and awesome at the same time.
Okay.
20-year-old fulfills last wish of marrying his girlfriend hours before dying of liver cancer. Now,
no, good for you, buddy.
That's the love of his life.
Good for you.
So we're going to get here. A 20-year-old man from Iowa was able to fulfill his wish of marrying his girlfriend just hours before losing his battle against a rare form of liver cancer.
Okay.
Tristan Lau proposed to the love of his life, Tiana, over the Easter weekend, but his family quickly realized the wedding would have to happen soon. He's the love of my life, Tiana Lau. Now, explained to Iowa's KWWL News. Even like talking to my... Okay, well, first off, don't let a 20-year-old do an interview. But anyway, even like talking to my mom and everything, she said people don't get what you two had in the amount of time they like...
Okay, like 20-year-old speak.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Basically, no, you got to do... Mom says you got to do this because people don't normally have this opportunity and they don't have love like you guys do. So let's do this.
Good for them.
Lau was battling fibrolamellar hepatocellular carcinoma, a rare form of liver cancer that usually occurs in adolescents and young adults. After word spread through the town of Waverly about the pending nuptials, the community came together to organize a wedding for the couple in the backyard of Lau's family home.
Good for them.
Tristan Jenny Lau, 20, of Waverly, Iowa, passed away on Saturday, April 27, 2019, so I guess it just came out, at his home from complications of liver cancer. Tristan was united in marriage with Tiana Hargrafen on April 27th, and she's very happy that they got married because that was the love of her life. They wanted to pay the final respects to the young man. He was a good man, and it's unfortunate his life was taken away, but he got to fulfill the dream of marrying the love of his life.
Now,
and that's pretty fucking dope to me.
Now, this comes off the heels of last week when we talked about where, like, with the bees and they're dying from their last night, where do you want to put that? I mean, it's not exactly the same.
I was going to say it's a bad analogy.
But
let's go with it, though.
This dude kind of knew he was going. Was the guy or the girl passing away?
The guy.
The guy. Okay. So he knew, and he didn't want to go without her being his wife.
Yeah, and I'm like...
Which I'm not even a marriage guy, but
that gets you.
Good for you, buddy.
And here's the thing, like, I'm not overtly romantic. Like, you've seen me behind close. So
I've seen you.
Yeah, I know. Look at you turn your face away like, yeah, you fucking romantic little bitch. You ridiculous spark-shooting little asshole.
I mean, compared to me, yeah, you are.
I mean, compared to most gentlemen, though. I'm explaining romance to dudes. I'm like, dude, all you gotta do is this. And they're like, that's fucking weird. I'm like, oh, well, really? Because my wife is mad happy.
I mean, I'm sure if you talk to anybody I dated, you're way...
Literally, like...
You're way past me.
But out of your circle of friends, I'm the most romantic dude you know.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Which is weird, right? Because I talk so much shit about my wife, but I love her to death. Like, I'll fucking do anything. And it is so awesome to me to, like, that gentleman, that was the love of his life. And he's like, I know I'm going to die. But I want to die letting you know that you meant the world to me. That's fucking dope. If you don't appreciate that, you're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. You know what you can do? You can take a kite string, tie it on your testicles, saw them off. You don't deserve them.
Hey.
Eat my fucking dick.
If you're listening, I'm sorry. But I had a girlfriend.
Oh, fuck me. I was going to go this way.
And we went and saw Walk to Remember.
Horrible movie.
I slept through the whole fucking movie.
It's a bad movie, though.
That 3-minute article was better than that whole hour and a half movie because I kind of figured out what was going on
right
before I fell asleep. And I woke up right before the credits, and I was like, oh, shit, this is what happened. So, yeah, girl that, I saw that with, I'm sorry.
Well, she's not anymore, huh?
I'm sure you knew I was sleeping the whole time.
But I think it's this weird thing that as much as outrage, like we talk about the culture and like the times, as much as outrage is like put on the forefront of things, romance has clearly been lost.
I would agree.
And even me, and I'm younger than you. I'm significantly younger than him. Super young.
Like 6 years.
Dave's a lot of time. No, but no joke. In all seriousness, like romance is something that people forgot.
No, definitely because
like we have.
I will hold
Tinder,
a door for a girl and they don't figure it out why.
But that's chivalry. That's different than romance.
No, but
it's all good manners.
It's all in the same.
Nah.
Because I've also seen dudes that just like look at the girl coming in the door and they just let it go.
Right. I think that's also good manners. I would hold a door open for a man.
Good manners, but
I do agree with the fact that like sometimes when you seem openly chivalrous to a woman, because it's the day and age, it's just what it is. They're like, "What's your end game? What are you trying to accomplish?"
Same.
Exactly.
I feel you.
So to be romantic in that sense is he's like, I'm gonna die, and I want you to know I love you the most out of anything I've ever loved in my entire existence. You're it.
Good on you, buddy.
Fuck yeah, dude. At 20.
Yeah.
Like, dude, at 20, most of these kids are playing Fortnite, jerking off to weird videos of Asians that don't even have a fucking full-fledged vagina. That's all blurred out, and they have weird pubes.
And even if they have a girlfriend, they're just like hoping for a hand job while they're playing video games.
Dude, if you don't even
bother putting a controller down to try to do anything the right way.
Dude, have you ever got a blowjob during playing a game?
No.
Well, then don't talk shit.
I'm going to.
I'm just kidding.
Fucking grow up.
No, I really think it's awesome, and I think that's and it shows how much she loved him. Like it does show, like, because there's this whole thing where people call it puppy love. You know what I mean?
Because they're young.
You're young. You don't know any better.
You're 20. You don't fucking know.
Dave, you were there.
Yeah.
I proposed to my wife 2 months after knowing her.
Yeah.
Gave her a baby 2 months later.
That was weird.
We've been together 5 years.
That was weird to me.
Weird to you, right? Yeah. But love's love. You feel it. You don't know what love is, except for your pups. You love your pups.
Yeah, fair.
I'm fucking around, dude. I don't give a shit. We love rally drum, too.
It's all fair.
Yeah. But
I ran out of rally drum, too.
Yeah, you did. Finish
I'm a fuck.
Finish it.
Thank you.
But all that being said is be romantic, be awesome, stop being cunts, don't be offended by everything. Listen to this goddamn podcast and take away this is probably our worst comedic one, but it means a lot to us because we spoke the truth on what we feel about things in the world.
I really hope our opinion
shouldn't matter.
Shatters a little bit of glass on some of this.
Because most of this is jokes. It's always jokes.
Yeah.
I seem like a misogynist because it's a fucking joke. We seem like assholes because it's a fucking joke. But for the most part, no, we don't agree with what we say. It's just a joke. Now we are here. We're making this shit up as we go along. I'm drunk, for sure.
We're definitely intoxicated.
For sure. Good pull. And then, but these are things we really stand behind. Ask us sober, we'll say the same things. It doesn't matter.
Fair.
So, unfortunately, it's the least funny podcast I've probably ever done ever. But meaningful.
Meaningful is all fuck.
As sure as shit. So now, we're going to do this thing where normally I walk into a couple of fun facts, right? I just pulled three or
four, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found Snapple. Facts. Because they have a whole website.
Because
you forgot to
9 times out of 10 I buy Snapples, and today I did not.
Sucks all the dicks. But Snapple puts their monthly facts out. So I'm going to run through a couple of them.
I love you, Snapple.
I know you do.
Snapple Apple.
I'm going to run through a couple of these, and it's going to be hilarious. So beavers can hold their breath for 45 minutes underwater.
Makes sense to me.
Basically dolphins.
I've watched that happen.
Basically dolphins. Mosquitoes are attracted to people who just ate bananas because potassium's good for the blood, I assume. So that's not really good.
All right, fair.
Cats have over 100 vocal cords.
That makes a lot of sense to me for some
really
reason.
annoying, though. They can bark like dogs, too.
Yeah. Dude, cats can fuck your day up.
Cats are super dope.
Like, I'm just saying, vocally, I've been around, like, I've dated girls with cats. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
fucking
fuck
ridiculous.
you up.
A hummingbird weighs less than a penny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's crazy, though.
Because they're
like,
constantly
they can do some
working
dope
out.
shit. Peaches are members of the almond family. Almond is a different kind of group.
If you wouldn't have corrected yourself, I wouldn't have known.
I know, right? But they have a fucking pit, so it's like a nut.
Yeah.
I got a big old nut. If you keep a goldfish in a dark room, it will eventually turn white. Hence,
Yes.
koi.
Yes, that's...
Thank you, sir.
My grandmother accidentally did that.
The bullfrog is the only animal that never sleeps, Dave.
I believe that.
Well, they're really cunty about their croaking.
They are.
This is the last one I'm going to leave it with. Cats can hear ultrasounds.
Nice.
And I'm going through baby stuff right now, right? So that's really interesting. I should buy a cat, but I hate them. But however, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, we find out the gender of the baby. So I'm going to turn around to Mr. Lunchbox himself and ask him a great question. Dave, I have 2 daughters, 2 beautiful little girls. They like you. They call you Dace.
All right.
And cute as fuck. Am I having a boy or a girl, bud?
I hope you're having a boy.
Yeah, but what do you feel? I don't care about your hopes. You feel it's a girl, huh?
Just because my dad kept having boys and boys and boys.
Yeah.
Finally had, and he knew my sister was coming, but he didn't tell me like how he felt my sister was gonna happen. And then we had one more boy. But me personally, I feel like if you're gonna have your 3 kids, I feel like the boy's coming.
You feel, like, that's what you actually feel.
I do.
You feel I might have a little boy?
Because coming from the Longstreet family, we are a family of boys.
I have all brothers.
All my cousins, all my girl cousins, came from a different dad.
Okay.
That weren't Longstreet men.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Longstreet men, we make boys.
Make men.
But I feel like you're gonna have a boy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your actual feeling. Like
I think you're due.
So like Monday when I call you crying because it's a girl, you're gonna meet me at the bar.
I will feel bad for you. Yes.
Meet me at the bar.
I will buy you a beer, sir.
Thank you, sir. So that's a good start. I feel that as long as it's healthy, that's the appropriate thing to say. Nah, fuck that noise. I want a boy, like bad as fuck. I want to teach my boy how to throw those wheel kicks I was doing outside, like a fat piece of shit, but awesome at the same time.
I mean, if your girls want to play softball, I'll help. But I'd rather teach a boy how to play baseball.
Yeah, right. It's a little easier. I don't do underhand because that's a weird pitching.
Them softballs are too big.
It's too much.
It's
too
fucked
clunky.
up.
It's too clunky. It's too easy for you ladies. Stop being fucking dope. But anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the most somber of intoxications. I have a recommendation.
Good on you, sir.
And I know you do as well.
I do. I saved it for you.
I want to recommend a movie called Zodiac.
Oh, the one with
Gyllenhaal.
That is such a good movie.
It's so great. I'm going through the Rolodex, and it's on Netflix. So it's a great film.
I've watched it.
I've seen it.
I've watched it at least 6-7 times.
I bought it when it came out.
I loved it.
It was so good.
And they also really zone in on the one guy that everybody thought was the Zodiac.
Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, spoilers, bitches.
Sorry.
It's been out for like 10 years. Fuck off.
And if you're gonna watch it, you give the shit about the Zodiac anyway.
So that's my recommendation. Especially seeing like the Robert Downey Jr. aspect of it and how they.
He was so good in that movie.
Everyone who said Iron Man put him on the map, fuck you.
Fuck you, because Robert Downey Jr. has been around for a hot minute,
and he's been good in almost everything.
The only time he wasn't good was when he was in rehab.
But he didn't do any movies either.
No, but
he did.
But he came back and he was great.
He's amazing. So what's you said you had a special one for intoxication because you didn't want to use it.
This is one near and dear to me.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Depression era gangsters.
Okay.
I love Bonnie and Clyde.
If you say Peaky Blinders, I'm going to slap you in the mouth.
John Dillinger. Like, things that happened during the Depression era.
Yeah.
Capone.
Yeah.
I love those gangsters. I love those thieves.
You're also from Cleveland, so it makes a lot of sense.
The Highwaymen on Netflix.
It's great.
Did you watch it?
It's good.
It's so good.
Woody Harrelson
Kevin
and Kevin
Costner
Costner.
has gotten better with age.
Not necessarily, but yeah. I think Woody
Hatfield's
Harrelson's actually a better.
I like him doing the things he's doing now.
Yeah.
He was in Hatfield's McCoy, Devillands Hatfield. I loved it.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
okay. No, it's
but
okay.
I did.
It's okay.
Highwaymen, he's very good. Woody Harrelson is amazing.
Woody Harrelson is such an underrated actor.
He really
Let's
is.
just really chime in on this real
And-
fast.
I will take Woody Harrelson in just about anything he does.
Dude.
He is so underrated. He's a great actor. Like for me, in my childhood, he played Woody in Cheers.
Right.
And then you always think of him as Woody in Cheers. He's a dipshit. But then he does White Men Can't Jump.
Right.
And from there...
You're so stupid!
And from there, you're like, Woody Harrelson's really fucking good in everything he does. He can play...
Except for... There's
whatever.
one role I have a beef with. And that is... the very ending credit scene of Venom.
Okay.
That was so corny.
It was, but I don't think that was his fault.
No, it's not. It's such a wig. But, dude, he did Out of the Furnace, which most people haven't seen. It's amazing.
I think I've seen bits and
Now
pieces.
You See Me?
He made that movie.
Dick, you can suck it. No, he didn't make the movie. But he did really well.
To me, he did. Wait, what am I thinking? Is that what I'm thinking of?
The Magic movie?
Yeah, I didn't care about that at all except for...
I thought it was dope. Jesse Eisenberg and Mark Ruffalo? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
Dave Franco, Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a whole different movie.
Fair enough.
My bad.
And then the epitome for me, for Woody Harrelson, is Just Friends. Justin Timberlake, Mila Kunis.
I've seen it.
And he goes,
He's so
"We're going to go
good."
trolling for cock." And then they're like, "What?" He's
Is
like,
that
"Sure,
the one-
you're not gay." And he's like, "No, I'm not gay." And then they play basketball, and he
What?
dunks like
Why
the
is-
dude.
Okay, am I getting that movie wrong? Is that the one where he's dressed like a lady?
No, he's never dressed like a lady in the whole movie.
What's the movie he's dressed like a lady?
Fuck me, dude. We're gonna
Because that might be my Woody Harrelson
That's
moment.
fair. That's
I
fair.
love that movie.
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Intalksication, and I am your host, Fat Doug, and always with me, the best co-host ever.
Lunchbox.
All right, somber as fuck. Let's go.